Today we'll be subtracting rational numbers, specifically involving decimals. We'll subtract by rewriting the original problem using add the opposite. Then we'll decide if we need to add or subtract, and finally we'll determine the sign of the answer. Okay, so the first thing it said to do was rewrite it using add the opposite. So in this case it's going to be 2.1, subtraction becomes addition, negative 4 becomes positive 4. So as we look at this and we have that, we have to decide, are we going to add or subtract? Well, the signs are different, so in that case it means we'll subtract. And we're going to line up our decimals. Means we need to annex a 0, and remember we're subtracting. So we'll have to borrow, and then we'll do 10 minus 1 is 9. Bring down our decimal, 3 minus 2 is 1. And this should be positive because the 4 is greater than the 2. There's more positives than negatives. Alright, let's look at the second one. It's 5.6, and we're going to change this to addition, and negative 4.2 becomes 4.2. So all we have to do in this case is add because they're both positive. So we'll do 5.6, I know my numbers was a little funny, plus 4.2, and it should come out to be 9.8. Remember, we're just bringing our decimal straight down. Is it positive or negative? Well, both these numbers right here, when we add the opposite, are positive, so our answer is positive. Now let's try this one, 3.9 minus 5.6. Well, that becomes 3.9 plus, because the minus sign becomes a plus sign, this is positive 5.6, so we make it negative 5.6. Okay, now when we look at this, the signs are different, so that means we should be subtracting. So we do 5.6 because it has the greater absolute value, minus 3.9. Okay, so that 5 becomes a 4 as we have to rename and borrow, and we get 16 minus 9, which is 7. And then 4 minus 3 is 1. Now is it positive or negative? Well, in this case it is negative. Negative 1.7 because there are more negatives than there are positives. So that's the end of our subtracting rational numbers using decimals. Should be pretty easy to do. Just remember your rules for subtraction and remember your rules for decimals. Put the two together and that's all you have to do.